Of course there's a great deal of decentralization. We showed a very good school in this film as well as a very bad school. There are many good schools. And the more decentralized the control, in my opinion, the more satisfactory is the schooling. The real problem is concentrated in those areas where decentralization is broken down, where you have moved to much greater centralization, much greater control. And the main trouble areas are in the large cities. That's why we picked that school to show. In response to the question of the excellence of the schooling that's coming, I think there is nobody who can question the declining SAT scores, the declining scores on exams, the declining performance in the schools, the fact that there is widespread dissatisfaction, that many schools, not all schools, some schools in urban areas are more accurately described as centers to keep people off the street than as educational institutions.
When you have a free market, there are dangers that go along with that market. Now, we know that there are people in our society who buy consumers' reports, and there are people who do a great deal of research before they buy something, and there are other people who are taken in by the crass commercials and an instant appeal to give them some sort of a gimmick with a thing. And I think that the evidence is pretty clear that if you take middle-class and wealthier families, they're going to do a good deal of research. They may very well be able to invest some additional money of their own to take some inconvenience. And if you have an open system of this sort, it may very well be that the poorest parents are going to have to take what is most convenient for them, what is going to fit in with their own work schedules, what is not going to require additional sums of money. And there is no doubt in my mind that you set up a system of free choice of this sort, you're going to end up with the poor in one set of schools of their own on the basis of a good deal of gimmicks that will be offered.
They're invisibly ignorant.
Excuse me, Mr. Shanker, I want to ask you one question. How do you explain the fact that there is no area of the free market, no area of the private market, in which the poor people who live in the ghettos of our major cities are as disadvantaged as they are with respect to the kind of schooling they can get? I want you to name me any aspect of the private market. They're not as disadvantaged in the kind of supermarkets they can go to. They're not as disadvantaged even in the kind of housing they can occupy as they are in respect of the kind of schooling their children can go to.